Hello everybody, here we are again on Sneinton Dale. Welcome to the Nottingham vlog. Basically, we're here again because apparently there has been another stabbing around here. Apparently, somewhere around here, someone's been stabbed last night. Someone was stabbed in the head and the chest. Now, I've done a little bit of an investigation. I wasn't around last night, so it's a bit hard to get anything factual or concrete. But from what I have heard on the street, is that it was between a Czech guy who was with his girlfriend or something, or with a girl, and he's basically been walking down the street, and this is what I've heard. I'm not sure if it's factual or not, and apparently another person has spoken to or smiled at his girl, and then he's allegedly immediately whipped out his knife, and he's gone for the neck and for the face with his knife. And now what we are going to do today is try and infiltrate the Czech community to try and find out whether they know the person who's done it or the ins and outs of the story, because just to find out, just for your information, to see whether there's any reasonable explanation for it, because as far as I can see, it's a very, very dangerous time to be walking the streets. It's a very, very dangerous time to be walking the streets of Nottingham, especially Sneinton, when there are people out there that are willing to, end your life potentially over you glancing at their girlfriend or smiling at their girlfriend, or maybe their girlfriend smiled at you. Who knows how it all happened? But that is a definite terrifying reality that we are living in 2022. There's been quite a few frequent stabbings that have happened, and I'm going to try and talk to some people right now to see whether they are willing to talk to me about it. I'll have to ask them. Excuse me, are you busy? Are you busy? Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions about what happened last night?
I don't even know.
You don't know what happened? Okay, thank you very much. Take care. They don't even know. They don't even know. Let's try and find somebody who might know, or might have heard something, or might have witnessed it. That'd be good. Maybe we could go to the barbers and ask the barbers. I'm not sure exactly where the scene of the crime was, so it's a bit difficult for me to know where to ask. If I see anybody standing around not doing anything, I may, see whether they saw anything or anything like that. But so far, that's what I've heard. I just heard it was a Czech guy, allegedly with his girlfriend, and allegedly somebody looked at his girlfriend, and then allegedly he pulled the knife out and allegedly stabbed him in his head. And I'd like to to give out my condolences and for my sympathy and my my concern for the victim here, because who knows whether that victim even knew the person who stabbed him. Who knows whether that victim even imagined that would happen to him today or yesterday or whenever it happened. It could happen to me right now. Maybe I could be walking on the street right now, and there could be a couple walking down the street, and I could simply just nod or say hello and potentially be assaulted, or worse, I could be stabbed or threatened. It's a very very difficult situation. Very, very difficult situation. Now I'm going to ask very politely, what happened yesterday? Do you know? What happened, man? What happened yesterday? You don't know? Anyone know what happened yesterday? You right, Stefan? Yes, brother, you right? Do you know what happened yesterday? I know I'm on camera, but you can talk to me. You're not on camera.
I know what happened. Somebody stopped somebody.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you won't be on the film anyway. But it's good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. It's called Knots Online. Yes, very good to see you, man. Take care, man. But I heard they were Czech, though. They're not Czechs. Who was it then?
The one that got stabbed up, he was Polish.
Oh, he's Polish. Okay, thank you. Kurdish and Polish. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so apparently it wasn't nothing to do with the Czech community. Nobody knows exactly why it's happened. Apparently it was between allegedly, we don't know for sure, a Polish person and a Kurdish person. So who knows what happened there. But I will try and find somebody who knows maybe something what's happened, but as you can see, not many people would be willing to discuss or talk about such things, because maybe they would feel in danger themselves. Maybe they feel the person might see the video and come back for retribution, who knows. But in the purposes of public interest and in the purposes of my day, as I'm having a walk around, I have to go to the bank anyway, so I thought, seeing as the location is in the news at the moment in regards to the stabbing, I may as well do a quick vlog and a walk around the block and ask some people, which I tell you now is not an easy thing to think about doing the morning after something like that happened, or the day after, or the day 2 days after. Or there's a lot of stabbings around here, and whoever's perpetrating these stabbings, you know, maybe doesn't want anyone to talk about it, things like that, which is a scary thought, you see. But at the end of the day, it's not really acceptable behaviour either, so it must be addressed. Can't we just all sit here silent while people just go around stabbing people in the face on the high street in broad daylight on a nice sunny day in England? You know, it's supposed to be one of the safest countries in the world, you know. But at the moment, I don't really feel like it is. It feels like, you know, there's a lot of strange dynamics in communities, and a lot of economic factors that are creating people to just go mad. But there is no real excuse for it, in my opinion. No matter what the circumstances are, you know, lashing out is never the answer, in my opinion. If you feel frustrated in a situation, or, you know, something like that, then use that frustration to taking the first step into doing something about it, or trying to anyway. Yes, Les, you right? Yes, man, you right? Yo, did you hear about that thing last night?
What?
That stabbing or whatever. You didn't hear about it? Someone got stabbed in the head or something.
Well,
If you don't want to talk about it, just say it, I'll just fuck off. But I'm saying, if you're not heard about it, you're not heard about it. But don't think it's messy. Don't think it's messy though. Like, you're walking down the street and someone just stabs someone in the face. Don't you think that's messy? It's a mad thing though, isn't it? Because imagine if you're that guy, you're just walking down the street, you've got nothing to do with nothing. Someone whips a thing out and stabs you. Nothing, that's what I'm saying. Nothing, that's what I'm saying. Nothing can be done about it.
bro, if the government only can't stop this,
Yeah. If the government can't stop it, why should I try?
why would you even try?
I'm not trying. I'm just getting hits off YouTube, aren't I? Because at the end of the day, people are going to be hitting YouTube, sitting, oh, what's happening with this stabbing? And I'm a YouTuber, so I'm hitting it. You know what I mean? That's all my angle is. I won't deny it, you know what I mean? But I am concerned, because I do walk around the area as well. You know what I mean? Do you feel safe around here? Do you feel safe around here? No, I don't. You know, not anymore, you know what I mean? If a man can get wetted at 5:50 p.m. or whatever on Sneinton Dale, like, man is just whipping it out. Like, I don't think it's the area. It's not the area. It's not the people. It's the circumstances of the government and the situation of the world. People are on the end of their tether, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's the dangerous thing. It's not the people that I'm afraid of. It's the circumstances I'm afraid of, innit, fam? You know what I mean? Anyone can act that way under certain circumstances. We just don't know the circumstances. It doesn't mean it's okay. Doesn't mean it's, I say, yeah, no problem, mate. It's not okay. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we don't know what the fuck's going through my man's mind when he whipped it out. We don't know. And if we can understand why, then we can change it, can't we, for the next man? You see me stressing out one day, you're like, yo, Phil, yo, don't do it, bro. You know what I mean? You see me bugging out outside of the shop, they won't serve me or something. You know what I mean? It could be the end of the world for me that day, innit? Anyway. It's a hard one. It's definitely a hard conversation to have, because nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. So, yeah, so as it is right now, it was just some Kurdish guy, or the Kurdish guy has attacked a Polish guy, and it happened at 5:50 p.m. or something like that yesterday or the day before. It's been in the papers. It'll probably be on the news, but you've got the exclusive once again from Not Start Online, only because I want the hits. I'm not going to lie to you, I do want the hits. I do want people to give me something to do, and if that's what people care about, then that's what I'll do. And I just go by the stats, you know. you see me covering Alex Belfield and freedom of speech or anything that you want me to cover. I went and covered the jab protests and things like that. I did a lot of things just because I knew that there's a lot of people out there being unserviced in the entertainment or, news sector, because there's a lot of people out there that want to hear an alternative news source, a news source without an alternative agenda, without an advertising commitment, to being, lockstep into their agenda or propaganda. Someone who just wants to do what he wants to do and he's got no strings attached to him. I am not attached to any government agency, or I don't get funding from anyone or anything like that. I'm just a one-man guy. One guy does it all on his own, when he feels like it, how he feels like it, and why he feels like it. And I hope you don't mind me saying that either. I think it's about time there is a bit more realism on YouTube again. YouTube used to be a place where you could go on there and see a unique insight into someone's personality, and they weren't afraid of, just being themselves, showing their failures, showing their house a mess, whatever it might be. And it was a really gritty place where you could really learn from the world and see people's situations from their point of view, without always having to have some sort of agenda, some make the world better, silver lining to everything, Sometimes life is just rubbish. Sometimes life isn't fair. Sometimes life is just the way it is. And it's all because of our inadequacies as human beings, or it's because of our own lack of standards or lack of maintenance of standards. Everyone gets weak. Community builds the community. We can only blame ourselves. That's what I'm basically saying. People always want to look to the government and they want to look to society for the solution. The solution is always inside yourself. How can you help others if you're not, helping yourself? How can you do anything if you're not helping yourself primarily first? And there's nothing wrong with that. And people should stop shaming people for, not giving every penny they've got to charity or every spare time they've got to a cause. If it matters to them, it will matter to them. That's just the way it is. I think that the way that the socialist sort of revolution has occurred is all in the greatest of intentions. I think it's really been used to erode the foundation of the independent minds and the independent thinkers. They want everybody to think the same and everybody to smile the same and everybody to feel the same. And that is a lot more of a menacing enemy to human life than people having different points of view. The alternative is that everyone has the same point of view, whether they like it or not, whether they want it or not. Everybody just chirps the same tune. Is that what you want from the world? I hope not. And if you don't want that from the world, you want to see people like me who just come to his council flat, just walked around the block, had a little chat with you, just to show you my world, to show you my views on my situation, click subscribe, leave me a comment, and have a nice day.